Hey everyone, welcome back to my house. Today I'll be reviewing Spider-Man 2. Just to be honest, this movie is amazing. Yep, that's right, you heard it from here. So, yeah, I understand it now. I understand where the glaze for these Toby movies are coming from. But I hope everyone's having a good day. And yeah, let's just jump straight into this review. No spoilers, of course, because this movie's from '04. So, yeah. So, first thing I want to say, watching this movie, first 10 minutes in, I was like, this is already leagues better than Spider-Man 1. Like, dialogue, the direction the movie was going in. I was like, yeah, this is definitely better, 100%. Like, I don't know why, it was just like, I just knew, I just had a feeling, and yeah, I will get more into that with my ranking, but continuing with the movie, I just love seeing this opening of this movie, like, seeing Peter being depressed, really. Like, I really do feel like Brand New Day is gonna have very similar vibes to this, like, seeing him struggle with his rent, struggle with work, Aunt May struggling, like barely has a social life, can't be with MJ. It's just depressing. It's great to see Peter being depressed. Yeah, honestly, I think that's like one of my favorite parts of this movie because I feel like it's more of a Peter Parker movie than an actual Spider-Man movie, which I think is why I actually really love this movie because I had lots of my friends saying like, "Oh, Anvo, I thought you hated Toby. Like, why are you switching up now?" And first off, I'm not switching up. Toby is definitely the worst live action Spider Man, like easily. But I said before on my channel several times, his Peter Parker is amazing, if not the best one, or tied with Tom Holland's. Since the entirety of this movie is a Peter Parker movie, it just makes it so much better. Like, this is all I really wanted. Because if I don't like his Spider Man, at least I get to see an entire movie of his Peter Parker, which is just great. And like, his Peter Parker is just so amazing, has such strong writing, especially this movie is just so much better than the first one. It really did surprise me, to be honest. Yeah, like I just love seeing Peter struggle with things, and like it was really good, to be honest. And another thing that helped with that was MJ wasn't as annoying. Like, I actually didn't mind the romance in this movie compared to the first one, where like MJ was kissing like three different guys. So yeah, MJ. I did hear people say MJ was still bad in this movie, but I just can't think of one bad thing she did that pissed me off. I feel like it was more Peter because Peter kept going on and off with her like a bunch of times. I wouldn't blame anything in this movie with MJ. I still don't think it's like the best romance ever, but it's definitely more watchable compared to the first movie. That's for sure. It definitely felt more earned. So you already have a Peter Parker movie. We have a decent romance, way better than the first one at least. And then we get like two of my favorite Spider-Man scenes in like all fiction basically. Like the train scene is amazing. Probably my favorite live action Spider-Man sequence. Maybe Spider-Man lifting up the rubble and Homecoming might be over it, but I think I would probably still take the train scene over this. This is just such a great scene. It's such an iconic moment too. It's just so peak. Like the movie was already so peak for me, and then we just add this scene on top of it. And then the next scene we get the Aunt May speech, her basically telling Peter not to give up and continue being a hero and how people need heroes, which is such a great monologue from her. And just knowing we get the speech right after Peter tells her the truth about Uncle Ben's death, it just hits so much harder. Like, give you some really like TASM 2, Gwen's graduation speech vibes. Like, yeah, I love it so much. Two of my favorite scenes ever. And yeah, both in this movie, along with the actual Peter Parker movie. Then we also get a amazing villain. Like, Doc Ock is amazing. I think he's on the same level as Green Goblin. Like, if we're not including No Way Home, I think I would put Goblin over him if we're doing No Way Home. But just the Toby movies, I think Doc Ock's like as good as a villain as Green Goblin, same level easily. Yeah, I just liked his dynamic with Peter the entire movie too. Like, genius but lazy, stuff like that. And he's such a just a compelling villain, really iconic. Yeah, like that's not much. There's not much else I can ask for. Like they had a good plot, good characters, good villain. They like checked all the boxes for me. I mean, other than his Spider Man, of course, he still have the terrible Spider Man suit in my opinion, and him not telling any jokes, which I will say there was some jokes in this movie actually, and actually some pretty good comedy. Like I was laughing a lot in this movie compared to how depressed it seemed with Peter release. So I'm glad there was some good comedy. Sadly, it was not as Spider-Man because Toby Spider-Man can't tell any jokes to save his life. So yeah, that sucks. But I'm glad we had some comedy that was actually pretty good and entertaining. And also the fight sequences were actually pretty good for a movie from 2004. Like the Doc Ock and Peter fight, like after he robbed the bank, was really good. And like I was like, wow, this is surprisingly pretty good for like a movie this old. So yeah, that was cool too. Like I really don't have like any complaints about the movie. There were some like weird dialogue lines here and there which didn't really make sense to me or just felt off. That's kind of nitpicking, but other than that, my main complaint is probably the ending of the movie where Peter's lifting the rubble to save MJ and Doc Ock's in the middle of basically like kill himself, and Peter and MJ just having like a good conversation for like 5 minutes. I definitely feel like it could have been written differently where that wasn't the case, especially towards the end of the movie. Like you really just gotta land that ending for me because that's like one of the most important parts of the movie, and just not letting that ending and just I don't know, it just made me feel like Peter's such a terrible guy because he could easily got MJ out of there and then kind of helped him, or at least attempt to help him. But yeah, no, we didn't get that at all. They should have definitely shortened that conversation. I'm fine with MJ finding out that he's Spider Man, but they definitely should have written that in a different way where Peter wasn't doing anything when Doc Ock was basically sacrificing himself. That, to be honest, that one thing is probably my biggest complaint, especially since it's the end. But everything else, this movie is a masterpiece, cinematic masterpiece. So yeah, going into the rating, I would give Spider-Man 2 at 8.5 out of 10. Like I said, cinematic masterpiece, so great. I'm not switching up. This is a Peter Parker movie, not a Spider-Man movie, and it is a great movie. And I understand it now. I understand where the glaze is coming from. Like this movie might just be good enough to even the levels with Spider-Man 1, which is kind of mid, and Spider-Man 3, I know it's gonna be garbage, probably like 5 out of 10. But since this movie is so good, I won't even be mad if someone glazes the Tobey movies anymore because this movie just carries so hard compared to the other two movies. It's not even close. But yeah, talking about the other movie, going into the ranking, yeah, like I said, first 10 minutes, I knew it was going to be better, like easily. And I think Spider Man 2 will stay at number one for a while. I can't think of another movie on the top of my head that might be better than this one. Maybe Homecoming, writing wise. I can't find one, but like TASM 2, maybe. But the highs, at least, it could maybe go to one. Other than that, maybe it might just be Brand New Day. That might be the only one that could top it because this movie is amazing. So I'm glad I rewatched this movie because I definitely needed that. And it's definitely one of my favorite Spider Man movies, even though it's more of a Peter Parker movie. Yeah, I hope everyone enjoyed the video. And yeah, I'll be pushing out these Spider Man videos as soon as possible. I'm trying to get Spider Man 3, TASM 1, probably not next week, but the week after. And then yeah, I'll probably be dropping 2 videos each time. But yeah, try to keep these videos short so I can watch these other movies and keep it updated. But yeah, stay tuned on the channel. I'm post an anime review this week too, and then yeah, next big project is gonna be Odyssey. So yes, look forward for that review, and yeah, stick around for more Spider-Man reviews. We're close to 100 subscribers, so yeah, if you like the content here, drop a like, subscribe, and yeah, have a good one, and let me know in the comments below what your guys' favorite movie in Tobey's trilogy is, or just overall Spider-Man movie besides the peak Spider-Verse movies. We're not counting that. That wouldn't be fair at all.